Hey friends, are you determined to become a millionaire, but uncertain about how to achieve your dreams? The good news is that you don't have to figure out everything on your own. Success leaves footprints, and if you're willing, you can learn from the people who have gone before you and model their success. To help you on that journey, I'll be going over 6 millionaire habits that could change your life. These aren't the everyday things you usually hear about. Instead, they are all actionable habits that will get you headed in the right direction and change your outlook on life. So grab a pen and paper, and let's get started. Number 1, reframing situations. If there's one defining trait of the most successful people in the world, it's that they've learned the power of reframing. Reframing isn't about putting your head in the sand and ignoring what's happening in your life. Instead, it's about fully accepting events, yet still finding the opportunity in the situation. Take the story of Thomas Edison, who toiled for years to develop the light bulb. When asked by a reporter how it felt to fail so much, Edison responded, "I have not failed, I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." Edison was able to reframe what many people were viewing as a failure into a mental model where he told himself that it was simply part of the process on the road to success. There were lessons he could learn from each iteration of the light bulb, and so long as he was willing to keep learning, each so-called failure brought him one step closer to his goal. Now take that lesson out of the history books and apply it to your everyday life. What has happened to you recently that you can view differently simply by asking yourself what opportunity exists within the challenges? If you can learn to approach your setbacks from this perspective instead of one of disappointment, you'll be one step closer to achieving your goals. Number 2, continuous improvement. What did you do last night? Perhaps you binge-watched a show on Netflix or spent the evening playing video games with your friends. While there's nothing wrong with either of those activities, they did very little to improve the long-term trajectory of your life. In contrast, while millionaires may occasionally engage in these types of activities, they spend most of their free time with a focus on making investments in themselves. They believe they can always be better, whether through learning a new skill, reading a book, or taking up a new hobby. With each new experience, they grow as individuals and become better equipped to overcome challenges and take advantage of opportunities. This in turn allows them to continue to improve, and the cycle repeats. If you choose to adopt a similar approach to life, I can promise you that it will yield far more significant returns in your life than any momentary distractions. Continually growing as a person is a transformational habit that will change how you view the world. Your horizons will expand, and every day will become another opportunity to learn. Number 3, massive action. We all have that friend who talks a great game yet never seems to accomplish anything. Sure, they may be filled with great ideas, but there are no efforts to turn those ideas into reality. This is where millionaires differ from most people. They don't sit around and daydream about what could be. They take massive action to turn their dreams into a reality. Massive action isn't simply trying a few things or half-heartedly attempting to accomplish something. Massive action is being willing to push beyond your comfort zone until you do everything you possibly can. You refuse to give up no matter what the obstacle is, and you know that through consistent efforts, the question isn't if you accomplish your goal, it's when. However, many people fail to fully understand this habit because not every possible action should be undertaken. They think they are headed in the right direction because they are always busy. But motion isn't the same thing as progress, and the endless efforts on the wrong stuff leads to burnout and exhaustion. Those who have genuinely mastered taking massive action know that it's about taking the right focused ones. They can identify and quickly act upon those actions that will provide the most significant benefits towards attaining their goal. Through these types of sustained efforts, great things are continuously possible. Number 4, journaling. Of all the millionaire habits you could adopt, journaling is probably the simplest to do, yet also one of the most powerful. By taking time to journal, you can quiet your mind and keep yourself focused on achieving your long-term goals. It can also provide mental clarity that will foster creativity and inspiration to overcome obstacles you may be facing. Scientific research has even shown that journaling has similar health benefits to meditation in terms of reducing stress and anxiety. While it may not seem like such a simple habit could produce such profound benefits, the secret is that it's beneficial on 2 levels. First, writing out your innermost thoughts provides an emotional outlet on a level that very few adults have in their lives. This keeps thoughts, fears, and stressors from being bottled up and potentially causing a whole host of adverse health impacts. Second, journaling forces you to organize your ideas into a coherent story. Writing to learn allows your mind to bring order and meaning to your thoughts. This in turn allows for clearer thinking about your goals and your life in general. With all of these benefits, there's no reason not to give journaling a try. You may be surprised by how much it changes your outlook on things. Number 5, surround yourself with success. An often repeated bit of advice says that you're the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. While science suggests that the circle of influence is much broader, there's no denying the truth behind the message. Your future will be dramatically shaped by the people you surround yourself with. Millionaires know this and choose to surround themselves with people who will encourage them and contribute to their success. They in turn can support those around them to reach new heights in their lives. This creates an emotional and intellectual support system whereby people can help bring out the best in each other. If you aren't surrounding yourself with people who bring out the best in you, it may be time to rethink the influences in your life. This doesn't mean you need to immediately drop your current friends. Instead, you may want to consider ways in which you could begin the process of surrounding yourself with the success you desire. Perhaps seek out a mentor, join a mastermind group, or work with a business coach. There are many ways to bring more positive forces into your life. Making conscious choices about the influence in your life is a habit worth cultivating no matter what your aspirations are. Over time, the choices about who you allow into your life will serve as the foundation on which you'll build your future. Make it a good one. Number 6, change how you think about money. It may be surprising that we've made it to number 6 without talking about money. That's because millionaires have learned that money is most often a byproduct of achievement, not the goal. Instead, the most successful people in the world all have big whys regarding their reason for doing things. Ask any successful entrepreneur why they started their company, and making money will rarely be top of the list. Instead, they'll have much more significant reasons for founding their companies. For some, it's a desire to positively impact the world or leave a lasting legacy, while for others, it's simply a desire to see their dreams turn into a reality. Even for those who said that money was a primary motivation, most have underlying reasons behind the desire to achieve wealth. Most commonly, it's to get out of a bad situation, provide for their family, or experience life in a way that only financial freedom can give them. So ask yourself, what's your big why? And perhaps more importantly, ask yourself if it's enough to motivate and sustain you to smash through every obstacle that life will throw at you until you ultimately reach your goal of becoming a millionaire. That's all the time we have for today's video. Which of these habits would make the biggest difference in your life? Let us know in the comments below. And if you learned something new today, be sure and hit the like button so we know you want to see more of this type of content. Until next time, have a great day.